Hey you guys, welcome back to another episode of RoyalTEA Tuesdays. Grab your teacup, grab your snack if you need one, and let's get into this week's conversation, which is leaving a legacy as young Haitian Americans or young Haitians in general. Let's go. Alright y'all, so today I am sipping on mint tea. If you do not know by now, mint tea is like by far my absolute favorite, like absolute favorite. We've previously discussed how we can support each other as Haitians, which is obviously taking a step into a positive direction for our culture and obviously for ourselves and the future people, which kind of also leads me to today's topic, which is leaving a legacy as young Haitians. Being that we are a younger generation of Haitians, there are a lot of things that we've experienced that our parents haven't experienced. Y'all already know, like back in the days, being Haitian was already like a dub. It was a dub. It was fights. Like I remember like Haitian flag days in middle school, like it would be like Haitians versus Jamaicans. Like you already know those things used to exist. But granted, being that we're like in a new era, those things are no longer. I mean, people might have their feelings about Haitians, but that's your business. We still gonna do what we gonna do, and that's on period. Obviously, we don't go through those type of things anymore. That older generation had to go through that so that we could live a better life. So it's kind of like, what are we gonna do so that the younger ones can live a better life? One thing that stuck out to me is making sure that we work for ourselves as younger Haitians. We know that our parents, they worked very, very, very hard, and I know that myself, all of us are very thankful for all of the sacrifices that our parents made. But it's now kind of time for us to start thinking, like, what sacrifices are we gonna make for the people ahead of us or for the people behind us, so to say. We gotta kind of start like working for ourselves, like start thinking like, man, what is it that I could do that my future seeds will thank me for? You get where I'm going? You get where I'm going? I bet. We're getting older, we're not getting any younger. Yes, us as younger Haitians, we can use the resources that we are exposed to. You already know social media is like a whole phenomenon within itself. I'm not saying that everybody's going to be like a social media influencer or a social media person, because social media is not for everybody. But how is it that you could use social media to impact whatever legacy it is that you're going to leave behind for your kids? Also, something else that we want to think about is, if it's not a social media platform, maybe it might be a small business, or maybe it might be a business that you're building, or something that you have in the works that will eventually bring in revenue for your future kids or your kids' kids. You know, we gotta kind of think like 2-3 steps ahead. Before you know it, she and her will be married, and you know, thinking about my future seeds. So it's like, it's time for us to work on ourselves internally, because nobody's perfect. I'm not perfect. There are a lot of things that I can work on, and I'm sure there are a lot of things that you still want to work on and continue to improve, so that your future generation can learn from you, reap from you. I'm still a work in progress. But some other cultures typically tend to have things that are passed down from generation to generation. Do you want to be the beginning of something that passes down from generation to generation? And it's now time for us to work hard too, to make sure that not only we're good, they're good just in case if something happens to us before them. Our kids are good just in case if something happens to us before our kids. Life insurance, making sure our policies are good. What are we doing? Y'all, the same thing I talk to y'all about, I be thinking about myself too. So this is the only reason why I voice it. I'm not that communicative, but hopefully y'all got what I was saying on today's episode of RoyalTEA Tuesdays, because that is the royal tea. Thank y'all so much for tuning into today's episode of RoyalTEA Tuesdays. The link for where I get my head wraps, I will leave that down below as well. I forever thank y'all for like all the support, the kind words, the comments. I'm just Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much. We're on the road to 10K. Make sure that you subscribe. We are on the road to 10K and we gonna hit that. We are going to hit it. And that's on period. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to today's episode of RoyalTEA Tuesdays. I will see y'all next time.